market. Let's talk about how my stocks are doing. All right, so recently I was talking to this, the mail lady, and she looks smart. She's, African American woman, and she got a whole family and everything else. It's just like, yo, you look like smart. Like, do you invest in the stock market? She was like, nah, no, I don't. I don't have time because I'm too busy, you know, doing my mail thing, and plus she's got two youngins and a husband. She's like, I don't really have time for all that. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I feel you. I said, but your 401k is investing in the stock market. I said, and you work for the mail service, the U.S. mail service, so they take all that money and they just throw it in a 401k. And she was just like, yeah, And I was trying to explain to her. I said, it's a good chance that you can diversify what they're doing with your money. And she was like really, like I didn't know that. I was like, yeah. I said, because all they're doing is tracking the S&P. You know what I'm saying? I said, they're now, no, that's not all they're doing. They could be doing much more. But the thing about a 401k is a 401k is a folder that is full of, pretty much everyone's money's going into that folder, and then they're just throwing that folder at the stock market. And if it's tracking the S&P, the Standard and Poor, the S&P 500, or the S&P 100, but it's usually the S&P 500, then that means that your 401k is getting an average of 6%. Okay, so let's keep this in perspective. If you are working a job that is, or like her, she goes to work every day, blah, blah, blah. Her money goes into a 401k. She doesn't worry about it. So let's just say on average, $5,000 a year goes into a 401k. Now, some of you who are working, if you look at, your pay stub, it'll say this went into this, that, and the third. And, it's going to come between $3,000 to $5,000, right? So if you do $5,000 is going into your 401k, well, if you divide that up in between, by a month, it's somewhere probably around $350, a month. Okay, so boom, $5,000 going into your 401k. Well, if you took that same $350, if you took $300, threw it at the S&P and got 6%, you can pretty much figure out what you're going to get. 6% of 300 is, I don't know what that is, but nonetheless, you can figure that out. Boom. You'd be like, okay, I'm sorry, you wouldn't even do that. You would go, because the Standard and Poor, that's 6% over a year. So if you took your $5,000 and you took 6% of the $5,000, you can figure out what that is, right? Okay, so whatever number that is, then it's compounded, of course, each year. Then it's 5,000, then it's 10,000, 6%, 6%, 6 plus your interest, boom, and then you got your, savings or your retirement plan. That's how that goes. Well, if you're only getting 6%, this is the Standard and Poor. If you're only getting 6% of, benefit, and you just said, okay, well, can I take some of my money that's going into my 401k and put it into something else? So instead of tracking the S&P, the Standard and Poor, or the NASDAQ or the Dow 30 or anything like that, and can I put more money on a particular stock? So let's just say that you wanted to do that. So you were looking at something like a REIT, right? You wanted to invest in the booming market of the housing market. Well, REITs are, I don't know everything about them, but nonetheless, REITs pay dividends because 90% of what they get, they have to give out into a dividend. And I just start investing in a REIT. So let's just say that you found a good REIT to invest in. Well, your 6% is not going to be 6% anymore. Your 6% is going to automatically be more because it's not tracking just the S&P now. You have that REIT added on to it, and this is what people say: go ahead and take a REIT and then put it in your IRA now, which I just did. Now I don't have too much money into that particular stock right now, that REIT right now, but I'm going to throw a lot of money into it. So let's look at that, and then let's look at if you went and you had a particular ETF that you wanted to look at, which is exchange trade fund. So you're just like, you know what? I want to look at an ETF. Right now, I have a ETF. It's called the Larry Fund, and it pays dividends also. So, right now, it's not doing that bad. It's making me a good deal of money. Not a good deal of money. It's not making me rich, but I'm gonna actually show what it's doing. But this is why I'm telling some people, yeah, you have a 401k, but do you know what's in it? Do you have a choice of putting your money to wherever, or are you just throwing it in there and saying, I'm gonna be okay? Because if you can't find the username, what? Because if you start, what? Because if you start looking at your 401k, you're going, you know what? I want to get into a REIT. I want to get into an ETF. I want to get into okay, so let me go ahead and illustrate. Put my glasses on in case you guys found it. This is important because a lot of you just throw your money into a 401k and you just leave it, and that's fine. That's fine. But you might be able to get more out of it. Make an offer the highest one for, okay, well, you can add it. You might be able to do more with it. All right, so let me go ahead and okay, Freeman. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around, and I'm just gonna show you guys. This is my account. This is also my music, by the way. Okay. This is my checking. I take money from here and I invest. By the way, this money started from my government check that everybody got sent out. So from my stimulus checks, that's what this came from. That's when I started investing. So this is my self-directed account. This is my robo account. Now check this out. Check this out. Your 401k operates like a robo account. This robo account starts at $250, right? I put the rest of it in it, right? Now, this has been not even 30 days I've had this account open. Okay, so, and then I opened my IRA and I put money in here. Now, this robo account, when you look at it, this operates like a 401k. This is what I'm talking about. This is what this robo account has made me since inception. Less than it's minus $1.84. Look. This is what it tracks. The NASDAQ, the Dow, the New York Stock Exchange, the Amex, the S&P 500. See that? All right. Now, let's go into my self-directed account. And this is my IRA. This is a Roth IRA. This is what has grossed me since inception, which is less than a month. This will be my annual if it stays on track. But this goes up all the time because this goes up. So at the end of the year, I'm not going to get $81. But even if I did get $81 at the end of the year, that's good. If I got $81 at the end of this year from investing $1,000, I'm not completely mad about that. That's almost 10%. Okay? That's almost 10%. The S&P on average gets you 6%. You understand what I'm saying here? If you have a 401k, once again, my 401k is operated kind of like this account here. This is a robo account. This robo account, I don't do anything with. The reason why I opened it is because Chase and Chase Bank, their money managers have been good at investing. So I said, if I open a robo account, boom, and let them handle it, they know more about investing than I do. And once again, this is what they track. So it's not like some secret sauce or they're going somewhere else, or it's not even an index fund. This is not even an index, which means something like anything that's an index is an amalgamation of. It's not what this is. And I'm going to start getting some index funds anyway. You get less money, but nonetheless, they're safer. And I'm going to put them right into my self-direct. But my self-direct account that I'm doing on my own, I'm managing this account. And I'm up on them by $35. I manage this. When I put money into this IRA, it just sits there until I go in and manage it. Okay, so let me go out of it. And let me go out and make a trade. Well, I can't make a trade for one because the market's not open. But okay, so here's my self-direct account. I go to trade. This is where I can trade. So I can buy, sell, whatever. Right here. Boom, boom, boom. So anything I do now is going to show up for tomorrow tomorrow at 9:30. So if I'm looking for an ETF, fund, anything like that, it'll show up here and it'll tell me who's who and what's what. So if I wanted to go to BlackRock, which I haven't got any BlackRock yet, but so boom. And BlackRock has a lot of stuff. This tells me how much it is, what it's doing, what's the price of it, and if I want to go over here and buy it, I can. And this is my available cash. So it's available for me to buy. So right now I don't want to buy any BlackRock. I want to look them up and study them a little bit more. But if I want to go ahead and buy a mutual fund, and look for a mutual fund, I can put that mutual fund in there. Let's say that I wanted to do the Bank of Canada. So here's starting to look at your banks. But if I want to do Bank of Canada, which I suggest you guys do. I'm sorry, Bank of Canada is probably an ETF. I suggest you guys invest in Banks of Canada. Because they're doing better than Banks of America. They are. Royal Bank of Canada. Let's go to Royal Bank of Canada. I think I already have Royal Bank of Canada. Showing the last sales. So let's just, okay, so I have $30, right? I have $30. So let's just say that I wanted to buy some Bank of Canada, right? And it's an ETF, which means it's volatile. It's more volatile than a fund. It's not a bond. All right. So I want to go here, buy, market, boom. And I want to say one. I want to put quality of one. They tell me how much it cost. So I have insufficient funds to buy because I only have $30, correct? But if I go over here and go limited and then put in $30, boom, right? Limited, $30, boom. Now look, $30, place the order. My order's been placed. Bang. It'll be transmitted on the next business day, which is tomorrow, when the market opens. So I just bought $30 worth of stock with the ETF of the Royal Bank of Canada. Now, let's look at my position. This is telling you what I have, how much of it I have, and what it's doing. This fund, this is actually AMLP, is actually an O'Leary fund, which means it's a bunch of stocks and bonds and stuff like that. And that's what's making me money. I'm up $35. The reason why I picked the Royal Bank of Canada, because it pays dividends. It pays an annual dividend. And that's what I'm saying. If you have your 401k, you don't know what it's doing, because they just throw it into a pot, and the managers, I mean, it could be $40 billion into that 401k. And your name is just in there amongst everybody else. So you're not doing any better than anyone else who has the same 401k. That's what I'm saying. My robo account is negative $1.80. My self-direct account is $35. And that number is going to go up tomorrow. Now it's fluctuated a little bit, but I'm still making more doing it myself. Now, I did some research, and I do research every time I get on here. I look up something, I try to figure out something, I listen to YouTubers, I go and I read stuff, I might make a call to a bank and ask some questions, and so I do some research. And then I'll go look something up, and I'm like, okay, let me look and see what this is doing. How much will I get if I have, $1,000 in there, so on and so forth. So this is me building up my Roth IRA. Now, this ETF I'm gonna have to take it and trade it. And although it's making me money, I'm going to trade it because of the way taxes are. I'm not gonna get super taxed with this right here. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, so I'm gonna take this O'Leary fund out of here, and I'm gonna take all the money that's in it, which is $897, and I'm gonna put that into my Royal Bank of Canada, because I want my Royal Bank of Canada to hit $1,000 at least. That way I can get the $60 at the end of the year, plus whatever it's doing. See, that's what I'm saying. You may get 6% off the stock market. If your $5,000 a year is getting 6%, look, that's not bad. That's not bad. But I have in my other account, I went ahead and got a CD, and my CD pays me 4%. It pays me it pays 0.4% without the risk. You see what I mean? I get 0.4% off of that without the risk. Now, you can't put more into a CD, but nonetheless, if you got, $1,000, $2,000, and you're just like, you know what? I want to throw this in here for the next 4 or 5 years. You can do that. It's a lot less risk, and you know what's coming out of it. So I went ahead and did that because I was like looking at the stock market going, well, shoot, if I at least get 4%, I'm not doing bad. I'm not doing bad at all. You know what I mean? So we don't know if the stock market is going to give us 6% this year. You really don't. But I know I'm going to get 4% off of my other account, off of that one CD. So I'm saying, even though these ETFs are more volatile than the Standard and Poor and bonds, and CDs, I'm still doing a lot better. And I lost some money on here. Then I got it right back the next day. And I mean the next day. I went down 20 bucks and then got right back in the game the next day. I'm just saying, 401ks are nice, but it's also not a bad deal if you start learning about what they're doing and then seeing what you can throw your money at. Because there's a good chance that you're going to find a ETF, or you might learn about some of these banks that are doing good, and you might have some penny stocks. You might have some other stocks that have great dividends, and instead of you getting 6% or just 6%, you fool around and get yourself 8 to 10%, and you average that out. And I'm saying you average that out, and then boom, you're getting a lot better return than everybody else whose 401k is all thrown into the same pot. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that right here. Now, I also want to say this right here is a REIT. And I just started investing in this REIT. And I'm about to put more money into it. And I'm already making money off of it. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, and the reason why I picked up this REIT is because it pays it pays dividends. So how much do I have in here? I have $34 in there. 30. Do you get back in it? No, I'm not touching crypto. I'm not touching it at all. Crypto is a young man's game. I have to go with, I'm a mutual fund bond type of guy. Turn this back around. That's going to be my game. I'm not crypto is a young person's game. Yeah, I'm a mutual fund guy. Bonds, few stocks, obviously. If I find a good stock that's doing something, I take a risk on that a little bit. But I really like mutual funds. I just do. And I like mutual funds because you can get stocks and bonds out of it. And I like CDs. I like CDs because they're less volatile. So this money here, I kind of just, I move it around to see what it's going to do. I might take a little couple dollar loss here and there and then say, okay, well, I'm still, have a head of steam here. But this money here, I mean, I'm going to change this portfolio and make it less vulnerable to loss. Because I'm going to pick up things that are not necessarily stocks, and I'm going to put them in my IRA, and just it's going to just coast along and make whatever it's going to make. And every time that I get a dividend or whatever off of it, I just take that and either go ahead and get either another REIT or pay into more into my REITs. But I'm not gonna take any. I mean, I could take money out of that and move it right back and move it into my checking account. Now I'll do that like when my checking account gets low, because this is all money I invest with. So if I have something I know that a payment that's coming out of there, like my Acorn comes out of there, and they'll snatch like $20 a month and then $8 a month. So I know money's being eaten out of there. So every now and then, if I don't put money in there directly, then I can just go and look at with dividends or whatever I just got paid and go switch out and then boom, put it right into my checking account. But cryptocurrency, I lost too much. And I lost too much and I didn't gain enough. So crypto just has me soured. And I'm gonna tell you something. Cryptocurrency to me looks like a cash grab. It does. Now some people are like, you invested in the wrong crypto. I tried Doge, I tried a couple other ones, and none of them made me feel secure. Now, if I was 25, was making, 60, 70,000, I would be all in on crypto. I would have put $1,000 into it and let it do whatever it's going to do. And if I lost, 300, I'd put my stop loss at 700 and pull out after that. I would have been like, okay, I lost $300. It's not for me. But $300 now? No. I lose $300 now. I'm upset. Heck, I lost $68 on it. I was upset. So no, because I can't go out and produce that money the way I would if I was younger. And had one of them big old jobs, what I'm saying? So, me losing $300, that's a whole refrigerator. I got to figure out how to get that money back. That comes with traveling and a lot of pain. So, no cryptocurrency for me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a young person's game. Now, I've had some people get on here and they say, well, one guy said he's up $100,000. I don't think he just made that in crypto, but I think he just did that with all kind of investing. And, when he said that, I asked him, I said, well, how long have you been doing this, for one? And how much money did you put into the market to make 100G? I mean, it's easy to get up here and say, yeah, I made, $100,000. I'm like, how long you been doing this? You know what I'm saying? You didn't answer that question. I was like, how much money you put into it? You didn't answer that question. Like, if you've been doing this for 30 years and you're good at it, I'm not impressed. If you started off with $100 and, within 20 years, you're at 100 G's, okay, you thug that out. But if you had, $1 million and then the money you lost to Doge, would you be back? Let's see. The money you lost in Doge, wouldn't you be back even right now if you held it? I don't know what it's doing. I don't even watch it anymore. So according to what you're asking me, I'm assuming that Doge is back up. But the problem, like I said, the problem for me is it just and Doge. Okay, so the coin market, the coin market is operating uh, in tandem. So it's not like you get Dogecoin and then Bitcoin. Dogecoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down. It's Dogecoin is down, Bitcoin is down. You feel me? Now, okay. So if you look at the market now, and I used to have I don't think I'm signed into it anymore. And this is what. See, sometimes you can. See, sometimes in the market, if something is down, then something else is up. Right? Okay, so I'm signed back in. All right. Here's your market. All right? Turn this up a little bit. Here's your market. Now, here's all the things that are listed, and I can create another list. But here's, your Bitcoins, your yada, 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 your Ethereum. I tried that too. And Doge is on here somewhere because I added it. So there's Doge, right? So let's look at Doge. See what Doge is doing. Doge looks like it's going up. But do you see what I'm saying? Look at the same crest here. It's the same peak. See what I mean? It's the same pretty much peak. It's the same dip. Look at this. Look at that. So, okay, so this is what this tells me. For one, they operate in tandem. And that, to me, is not good. Because one of these, like Elon Musk said something about Dogecoin, and what did it do? The market dipped. But why does Bitcoin dip when Doge dips? And you can see what I'm talking about. It's very clear. I got down to and it was the highest I saw. But you see what I mean? This is why I don't like it. The same crescent, the same dip all the way through. And these are showing green. So that means they're above what they're set at. These are all below what they're set at. But they still have see what I mean? They still have the same dip. When one goes down, all the rest of them do the same thing. I'm not feeling that. I don't like that at all. I mean, you could always, it does give you a chance to play the dips though. But you got to calculate what is the loss. So you got to go, the market's going to dip, right? And then you say, how far is it going to dip? Then you look at the average dip. And then you try to calculate from there. Okay, so if I play the dip now, buy it while it's cheap. Yeah. Now, here's why I think they get you. Because you can copy these people here, see what they're doing, and you can copy it, but the problem is it costs you a lot of money to do it. $500 to copy it. Now that's an instant loss for me. And if you want to invest, cost $1,000. That's a no for me. That's an automatic no for me. So this is the reason why I got out of Doge or Bitcoin altogether. I just didn't like it. Right now, Bitcoin's going up, but I'm telling you, it's gonna dip again, and tomorrow it's gonna all be down. It just turned me off, and it wasn't enough gain. Okay, so let's just say that Bitcoin is sitting at. All right, go here. All right, 84. See if it goes into the 90s. 82, 81. Okay, so it's on its way down. So the dip already happened. So now, if you were going to invest in it, you would wait until it goes down as far as it's going to go down. And then you would go in and grab some because you know the dip is going to come up. Now, when you look at this and go, see if it's going to pull this up. All right. So this is the graph. Here's your timeline down here. So February, boom, incline. Small drop off in March, stayed the same through April, and then blasted off in May. And this is where everybody made their money. Some guy made $2 million. Blasted off, dipped a little bit, blasted off again. But you can see right here, it's on its way down. But according to what we're looking at, if we're looking at this dip here, this isn't even a month apart. So if you just did a calculation off of this and just said, you know what, I'm gonna surmise that being that this is April and this is the 14th of May, so we had a dip somewhere around what, the 20th? Maybe a little bit above that, behind that, maybe the 19th or the 17th. So we'll just take the middle of the month, and then we go here, and then we look again. Okay, so it's going to tell us, look, the 20th. The 20th is when it had its lowest. Boom. So that's the 21st. Boom. Now we look here and see where it dipped again. This is on the 13th of May. So if we try to project out further, just going a 5-month average, our next dip is gonna be June. Let's see, this is on the 12th, the 20th, and this is on the 22nd. So that's 10 days. Our next dip is gonna be on the 1st of June. The 1st of June is gonna come down. It's going to be a dip. So what does that also tell us about when it peaks? It peaked at the 18th. May, it peaked at somewhere around the 8th, actually the 7th. So if you looked at 10 days apart, pretty much the same thing, you're going to go, okay, 18th, 8th. If you take 10 days into it, you're going to go, this is going to peak again on, so June 8th. So it's going to peak again on either the 28th. The 28th, this is going to peak again. And that's the 28th of this month. So today's the 16th. So in about 11 days, this is going to reach its zenith again before it goes back down. So yeah, if you buy right now, just off of that guesstimation, because it's at its crescent, so this means it's going back up. So boom, if you buy now, according to this right here, it's going to shoot up. And let's see how far it shoots up. So it topped out, let's see, the 12th, it started growing. It peaked out at the 17th. Let's see. So, no, okay. Yeah, the 12th it grew, peaked out at 17th, dip, start growing again at the 26th, peaked out at the 6th. I mean, it's almost, I mean, if this is right, it would be just too easy. The 26th to the 6th, and if you go down here on the 12th, the 24th. I don't know if I'm right or not, but if you buy it now, or you can, I mean, you can just take this information and just don't invest anything. Just take a guess at it, and or just use what I'm guessing at it and go. Let me see what happens on the 26th. Will this be at its peak on the 26th? And if I'm correct, then you pretty much know what to do from then on. You count 10 days out, 10 days in, 10 days out, 10 days in. And you can invest, like that. But that's according to the graph. Now, of course, we could probably go and look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, right? If we looked at this in a numerical and try to take an average, we look at our points. Where's it peak at? Peak, peak, peak. We look at our 4 peaks here, and we start guesstimating, or you don't have to guess because they're all numbers. And you go, okay, you peaked at January maybe the 7th. You peaked again February. Look at this. Look at what I'm telling you. This is around the 7th. This is the 14th of the next month. Peaks again. Look. The 14th of the next month. Small peak here. Peaks again the 14th of the next month. You can almost, and then your peaks start coming down. So the next peak here, this is around the 7th. This is Bitcoin is about to go up. Because this is at the 7th. Bitcoin is about to go up. It's about to go up. According to this, it's about to go right up. That's just by my guesstimation. Hold on a second. Now, I don't know what you invest in, but if you start looking at those numbers, you can get yourself a decent average and pretty much figure it out. Now, if I wanted to take a chance, if I wanted to take a little risk, I go right back. $100 on Bitcoin and just see what it does. Right now it's down. It's about as a matter of fact. Hell, if you put $50 on pretty much everything in here, you probably come out because they're all gonna go up the same. I mean, yeah, Doge is coming up, but well, Doge is not actually coming up. Yeah, it's at 74. Yeah, you could probably. Yeah, it's about to go right back up. The market's about to go back up. Like right now, it should start climbing. Not even at the end of the day. It should start going up. But I'm just guesstimating off the graphs that I see and then trying to use pretty much trying to hypothesize and say, okay, you're going up and down within a 10-day span. So it's in between a 10 to 7-day span. And actually, the down is in between a 7-day span. The up is in a 10-day span. So, if you want to go ahead and sit right in, the middle there somewhere with your investing, you might actually come out making some money. But, yeah. But you're going to have to be on it. You're going to have to be on it. I mean, it's not like investing in the stock. It just isn't. This moves too quickly. It vacillates too quickly. It's way too sensitive too. And you don't have a lot of major people. And this is the reason why it's too sensitive. Is because you don't have major companies using it for currency. If you did, it would stabilize. That's the reason that it's just. It's not for an older person who doesn't have a lot of money, and that's me. It is definitely definitely a young person's game, and you can come up. I mean, you can make a come up. If you can get out there and you have a job and you got a side hustle, and you want to just throw all your side hustle money into cryptocurrency, I don't have a problem with that. Because you can see the win-loss ratio and you can recover from it. Me, not so much. Not so quick to recover from something like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I think the market's about to go back up. And I think if you have, $200 that's not doing anything, sitting in your bank account that you don't need, I think you can come up $400 easy with crypto, but you can also lose that $400 easier if you're not paying attention. If you miss one day, you just get a little too busy, you're going to lose all your money. There's just no doubt in my mind. So, yeah. It's way too volatile. But there are people who pay you in cryptocurrency. But there are people who pay you in cryptocurrency. There are not entities that pay you in cryptocurrency. Now, here's the thing. Cryptocurrency is being used, of course, in other countries. Like Akon has his own cryptocurrency, right? And he's actually building a city that the Asians are helping him with. Now, I don't know what you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's look up Akon's cryptocurrency because you might be able to get in on something. Yeah, okay, so Akon has cryptocurrency, right? Let's see what it is. 6 billion, Akon City, underway, right? Yeah, he's crypto powered. Now let's see if we can find out. Because, see, now, here's the thing. If you can get in on that, on the bottom ground, or on the bottom floor, yeah, 6 billion Akon City underway. Akon says cryptocurrency will empower Africans. Yes, it will. That runs. Let's see if I can. Without all this, I got so many pop-ups. My computer shut down the other day and signed me out of everything. I had to re-sign into everything. I don't know what happened. So it doesn't show what his cryptocurrency is, but he's definitely going all crypto. And the reason why he's doing that, 4 billion from investors for the first 2 phases of Akon City in construction. And the reason why he's doing that is because he wants to take the power of he wants to take the ability, the power away from the people who control the banks. So he's like, well, we're just gonna have our own currency. That way you just can't come in and shut us down or eminent domain us or any other stuff that they've been doing to people and just say, well, this is our land. You just can't come to Africa and say you own this land. Not unless you do like the French, Dutch, and the English did back in the day. And I mean, who's to say that they won't do that? But can come over and just wreck your whole city. But so he's crypto powered, or it will be crypto powered. And I don't know what his cryptocurrency is. It just says how much is it. Well, it's trending, or it's trading on global crypto exchanges. It has been launched and has means of payments in Tech City in Kenya as a pilot for Akon City. Hey, what it is. Akon cryptocurrency. Okay, let me see what he's using. Akon plans to run cryptocurrency. Akon plans to run for. Let me see. How do I invest in it? How do I buy Akons? Okay, it's called. Well, no. It just says where you can buy it. Sign in for an account with Bittrex Global. Complete, add fund to Bittrex. Oh, it's called Bittrex. Purchase AKN. Invest and trade Acoins. Bittrex, I think, is the name of it. Now, if I go back and see if I can pull up. See if there is a such thing. And or you can search for it through eToro. Bittrex. Oh, that's just a person. Person's account. just a person's account. It doesn't show. It doesn't show. I'm trying to. I might have to bring up a YouTube and. Because if you can get Bittrex review, Bittrex tutorial, Bittrex trading, all right, Bittrex wallet. What? All right, so let's just do this. Bittrex complete step-by-step tutorial. And here are people talking about Bittrex global. Oh, I think Bittrex isn't a coin. It's like Coinbase. It's kind of like eToro. How to use Bittrex. Okay. So that's not. It's like pulling teeth. Oh, it's called Acoins. All right. I ain't mad at you, Acon. Do your thing. Okay, so it's called Acoins. And I guess that's original. Let me look on eToro to see if they have it already. It's not on here. So this is another person. And see if I can put it on the watch list. Okay, you gotta go to ad market and then come down and nope. Yeah, I don't know how much is Acon. How much is he worth? Shoot. Huh. Huh. It's gonna be a lot worth. Not a lot more. It's gonna be a lot as soon as he builds his damn city. $80 million. He's worth $80 million. He's 47. Locked up, won't let me out. 80 million. How much is Acon's coin worth? Okay. .003879. a minute. Let me Bitcoin prices. Yeah, low high 0.2861 was the lowest. The highest is 0.3088. Trading value is, oh, am I looking at that right? Yeah, trading value is 51 grand. So it's up there with Bitcoin. Yep. Because Bitcoin is like 54, something like that, right? So it's matching Bitcoin pretty much. Not bad. 51,456.79. It's got some weight on it. It's got some weight on it. You can't be mad about that. You cannot be mad about that number. Huh. But I don't have it on here. So I'm going to have to add it to the watch list. Still can't say it's something I want to do. But Akon, I like what he's doing. You gotta get away from You gotta get away from the European banks. You gotta get away from them. They're doing too much. They've been doing too much. They have too much control. Way too much control. Yep, see Doge is taking a dive. Yep, it's diving, but it's gonna go right back up. Yep. See if I can get a perspective on won't even let me buy it. Won't even let me. I'm trying to buy it. Well, I'm trying to figure out where I can buy it. Or put it on the watch list. Let me see. All recently invested. Create new watch list. Let me see what this is going to do. Choose a name for your watch list. Let's see, it's probably going to be a mistake here. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I'm trying to. Your portfolio is empty. Yeah, I know. This is what this does. Oh, there's my history. There's my portfolio. There's my portfolio. Yeah. Is that the only one you're interested in? I mean, which one? Which one? Oh, okay. Thing about eToro again. eToro won't let you. eToro won't let you look at ETFs or anything. Or it'll let you look at them, but it won't let you buy them. I was like, damn, I can't buy an ETF. I don't know how to add to this watch list, and I've done it before, but I just forgot how to do it. I just don't spend a lot of time on eToro. I'm just sour to the whole crypto experience. But I mean, you got people who are making an immense amount of money on it, and I'm just not excited about constantly losing money. You know what I mean? Now, maybe this is it right here. This is it. There should be a search where you can see this add a market. You should be able to go in here and add a market. Remove from list. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this. Yeah, I'll remove that. And now I'm going to see if I can add a coin to it. Nope. I need to do a whole. I need to get a tutorial or something on it. Figure out how to do this the correct way. That way I won't be looking like a lame online. But like I said, I really don't care too much about it. Because it doesn't. Because it didn't make any money. Thought if I erase one, I could. Yeah, they give you a chance to copy other people's to see what they're doing, but I think it's a ruse. I think cryptocurrency is. I think you can make $1 million and lose $1 million in the same week. And I just pisses me off. But I can make, I mean, the most I made was $8. And I only had, and I had 250 invested. And then a couple days later, I lost $68. I was like, God, what if I did have 500 in? Oh my God. Or a couple thousand. See, I like finding something stable and then working my way up to, 500 to 1,000 on it, and trying to reach the dividend payment, the maximum of like the dividend payment and stuff like that. I think that's where my best bet is. And when I listen to a lot of these people who are online, talking about, making passive income, that's what they're doing. They're really going after dividend stocks, penny stocks. Like I talked to one guy that I delivered to. He was like, I really like dividend stocks. Like he's all about his money. And I'm okay with dividend stocks, but one of my quirks with it, like McDonald's is a dividend stock. A few issues I have with them is that they don't have to pay out that money. Not unless it's a REIT. A REIT has to pay out that money. But a dividend stock, they don't have to pay you. They don't. And then some of them are quarterly. Some of them are, annually. You got to find out which one is which. And if it's an annual stock and McDonald's is falling, you're just like, well, I'm going to eat up all my dividend if you keep, going down. So even if it's a 6%, I mean, that's good. I've seen some up to 7%. But it's like, what's it going to come? Like if it's 7% and I put $1,000 into it, okay, I'm gonna get my $70 at the end of the year. But if I lose 40 of it, you know what I mean? If I lose $40, then I'm only getting $30 in my. Nah, bro, that don't. This is why some ETFs are okay for me and some ETFs are not. I like, and that's another reason why I like funds better than I like ETFs. Because if I lose $100, if I have a fund and I lose $100 on one of the stocks that the funds hold, and there could be another fund that will just, plus you can even that out with an index fund. Say, okay, this stock fell. GE is another one. GE pays dividends, but they're not. At the end of the year, it's like you're doing this, and then at the end of the year, I've lost $100, but you're gonna pay me 6% of whatever I have there, and then when you look at it, you're just like, I lost more than what I gained at the end of the year, and that's just a losing battle. You don't want that. So I'm not doing that either. So I'd rather pick something that's more stable. I'm gonna still have some stocks because I'm just gonna get better funds. That's really what I'm interested in. I still like some ETFs, but I really like funds. And I'm trying to do, like I said, I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff within the next 5 years. So that's another big deal, is that I'm really up against time here. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to look at, okay, well, I only got, and the reason why I say the next 5 years, because my IRA, I can draw out of my IRA within the next 5 years. I'm not going to, but I can. It's like, I want to go into my IRA and no, I don't. No, I don't. Not at all. I don't want to go into my IRA. Not even in 5 years. I want the thing to grow for at least next 10 years. And hopefully I can put 7,000 into it each year. Hopefully. If I can put $7,000 into it a year, it's 35,000 a year. Well, that's 35,000 after 5 years, plus whatever it makes. It's not terrible. I mean, it's nowhere near the 100,000 that I would really like to have. You know what I'm saying? But it's not terrible. My goal is right now is $100,000. So that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, how can I get to $100,000 within the next 10 years? So, so that's my constant every day. I'm thinking, yeah, if the stock market holds up, it's possible. But that's also putting everything that I have into it. Like I said, $7,000 a year isn't terrible, but it's a challenge for me at the state I'm in now. And it's just going to get worse. And this is the reason why I'm starting to change my career. Like, oh, I can't keep doing refrigerators. And my back be hurting. I got to start, using my degree to, maximize my income and make even more, actually. See if I can start bringing in, at least $5,000 a month. That's where the move is. And then living off of less than half of it. So living off of $2,000, it's kind of hard. But yeah, live off of $2,000 a month and then bank $3,000 and just do that. 3 times 12 was that 36? Not 3 times 12. I don't know. Yeah, 24. Yeah, 36. So it brings you right back. It brings me right back to the same. But that's it. So 36 and then so 72. What is 36 times 5? Ooh. 0. I don't know. Hold on a second. 36 times 5 is 0, 15, 100 and something. I'm not great at math. Yeah, 5 is 15 and 5 is what the hell? I suck at math sometimes, especially now. It makes so bad. In order to do what I want to do, I have to go back to college. I actually have to go back to college. 180. Yeah, 180 grand. So, I'm looking at, yeah, so if I could do that, let me see. If I did 3,000, that's 30. trying to figure this out. I did. Times. So yeah, but yeah, that's doable right there. That's doable. A little bit more hustle out of me. That's doable. Maybe I'll start washing some, doing some power washing. I started to buy a power washer. 150 bucks at Lowe's. I get that 150 back the first job. First job, I get that 150 right back. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I invest. If I put $2,000. If I put $2,000. 24,000. That's 2,000 a month. 24,000 times 5. It's 125 years. You invest $2,000 a month. That still puts you over $100,000. That's not including interest. So yeah, my goal is 100,000. So it's like, how can I get 100,000? So yeah, these numbers aren't. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It was because $2,000 a month. Let's see. So that's still over. That's still overshooting it. So if I'm looking at. So even if I put $1,000 in, so I'd have to hit my number, I'd be looking at somewhere like 1,200 bucks a month invested to hit 100 G's. I mean, even if I put in just $1,000, I'd be looking at 60 G's in 5 years. It's still not including the interest or what the rock is actually going to make on the market. So if you just say 6%, 6,000 times 6%, you still have another 3,000. That's actually exactly where it's at. So I would have to invest $1,000 a month into my IRA or into something. Well, let's say IRA, and that would yield me $60,000 a year, or excuse me, $60,000 after 5 years. And if the market is stable and it doesn't, and the S&P does the average of 6%, that would yield me another 3.6 thousand. So yeah, so let me do hold on. I mean, I'm wrong. I'm right, but I'm wrong on what I think. So let me go 12. Oh, let me clear this. Yeah, so 1,200 a month times. I'm not great at math. Times. Yeah. 144. Throw my own self off. Yeah. So I think the amount is 1,200 times 12 months, 144,000. $14,000, excuse me. 14,400. 14,400. Let me take that times 5. That would give me 72,000. So the answer is 15 times 12 times 5. So a little bit over 15,000. Or 1,500 a month, which is still very doable. Very doable. Plus your 6%, so it's going to give you another 50. Yep, and it goes right over. Give you another, yeah, plus 6%. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Something like that. Now that I know what my goal is, I really was just throwing money into it, like any money that I got. I was just throwing money into it. I wasn't really thinking, oh, I'm going to put $1,500 into it. I was like, any money I get, I'm throwing it right in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know. Now I know where it's headed. A better idea. $1,500 a month for 5 years. Now I gotta count it. I gotta start counting it. Damn. I done thought myself into a commitment. I done got myself into a commitment. Beautiful. How much? What's your financial goal? What is your financial goal? 100,000 in 5 years? 150,000? Gotta start somewhere. God. I did it all in the name of God. I did it all in the name of God. I did it all in the name of God. In the name of God. I did it all in the name of God. I did it all in the name of God. I did it all in the name of God. I did it all in the name of God. I did it all in the name of God.